It's 4:20 in the Rocky Mountains. I'm this old stoner, and I'm ready to have a fart attack. If you don't know what a fart attack is, that's just me trying to have some fun with art, music, and creativity live on the YouTubes. Oh yeah, yeah. And I, of course, like all my little sayings and stuff. Hey, NH Girl and Ox, Infinite World, happy Friday to all is right. Hey Turtle, I'm kind of thinking I might do an extra long stream today. I don't know. I see everybody doing their streams, and I try and do it at the same time every day so that, if you're looking forward to it, you know when I'm going to be going live. But for people that are waiting for notifications, usually by the time they get a notification, I'm already done. But let me fire up some music. I'm just jumping down in my playlist today at a song called Alone Together by Spencer Vincent. And there should be a link. I think there's a link to my playlist in there. So you could, and I think today is going to be a whole bunch of people that I don't play that often that I just recently started listening to, added to my playlist. And I do have I'm going to be doing Johnny Quest, because Jerry D requested this one back when I was doing the classic cartoon characters, and I told him that, well, at the time I wanted to do the funny cartoon characters, and this is one of those where, he asked for me quite a few different ones, and I decided I wanted to try and do the whole gang. Johnny and Haji and Dr. Quest and Ray. And we'll see. I'm going to try and whip through this one because there is a little. Hey, Bull. Yeah, and Bull wants me to draw him. So if I get through this quick enough, I've got like a list of things. I'm going to see if I can't just get through a whole bunch of just quick drawings. None of them I've done any preparation for them either, but they're like, this one took a lot of prep because there's so many characters trying to cram them in there, whereas the others are simple ones, like someone requested Droopy. Pet Monster requested, well, basically I'll show you the stuff that's kind of on the list. No, that one I want to do. That one's going to be another thing altogether. There's a Droopy. I think I can do this Droopy in about 5 or 10 minutes. And then there's Bull, one of the Bulls retro. I'll have to zoom in on that one. And then I got a request for this guy too. But I've got Johnny Quest all set up. Looks like that light was that light creating the extra? Yeah, I think that light was creating a little shadow. Yeah, I got rid of most of the shadow. I think I can do Bull pretty quick too. So I'm going to do just Johnny Quest one, and then I'm going to do Droopy, because I think I can just whip Droopy out really quick. Let me start with my thinner pen. And this one took me a little while, but I mean my sketch that I did yesterday, I did real quick, but I think I've got the basic idea of how this one is done. And of course I started with Johnny's head in his hand and built up everything from there. So the rest of these guys' stuff, I tried simplifying the guys in the background a little bit. I mean, my practice sketch, I didn't even include the gun, but I managed to get the proportions on it a little better, so I decided to include the gun this time around. And the colors are pretty basic because this was animation, so isn't a lot of shadowing and stuff. We'll see if I end up putting a lot of extra shadowing in it or not. But I like starting with this number. This is a number 2. Yeah, this is the number 2 micron. And I still haven't figured out how to use my brush pen. It just gets too out of control too fast. I might use it on Johnny's shirt though, because it's black, and in my practice drawing I just used a dark blue. So I think using some black on it would just improve it a whole bunch. And then the other ones that I plan on doing, like Droopy and everything, there's no practice drawings on those. I'll just do them, you know, just right out raw, basically. Same with Bull. But I kind of been thinking maybe I should do my stream a little bit longer, more than just a half an hour. I don't know, half an hour is a good, I always thought that was a really great, and then, I mean, they always end up going over anyway. I imagine if I started doing hour shows, they'd turn into hour-and-a-half shows. So I just have to be careful not to make long-ass streams. And I'm also planning on doing a whole bunch of time-lapse. I've got 5 time-lapse already edited and ready to go. I'm just trying to decide when to do that, because I do know that if you put out too many videos in one day, people have a tendency to unsubscribe if you start filling up their feed with too many videos. At least my son, who used to do a lot of that, said that whenever he had someone that he subscribed to started putting out too many videos, it started feeling like spam. So I don't want it to feel like spam. But I mean, even me doing my music videos, some people may just want to see the art stuff. I mean, it's kind of weird the way I see my subs just go up and down constantly. I mean, this week I've like lost 10 and gained 10 all in one week. It's really weird. I don't quite get it. I mean, I don't really worry about it too much, but sometimes it is weird when I see that happening. It doesn't really make sense. But when I look at my channel overall, I'm about average. Everything's running just about the way it has for years, honestly. Maybe a little bit higher than it used to be. It's hard to tell. I know when I was doing editing my time lapse, those were when I was actually drawing the most of my pictures live. And I tell you what, those are, to me actually, it seems like that's a lot more interesting than me just basically drawing over the lines. I know there's actually been people that have said, is he tracing? Well, I'm kind of tracing over my own drawings right now with ink. So, kind of, but not really. I mean, you can see the drawing that I'm doing this from, and you can actually see where I've changed it a little bit, just so that I can get it to fit on these little cards. And actually, when I'm drawing these, I'm kind of talking to myself too while I'm doing it. It's really to where if I was actually live doing it, you would hear me like explaining, talking to myself about, oh yeah, I see how what the shape of the dog's head is like, blah blah blah. Let me draw his head kind of like a peanut. And then don't forget the collar on there. And then his hand comes down in here and has like a weird little crook in it right here. And then this is his leg and the paw coming over here. And then that's his finger sticking through there. And then his paw's sticking out here too. What do I got going there? I think I was just trying to, oh yeah, that's part of his leg there. And this seems to have the inseam on here, on his pants, and just like a cuff. And then this is like a little, I'm going to make the background like the little purple stone that they're crouching down on. I used to be a huge fan of Johnny Quest back when I was a kid. I mean, all these cartoons and stuff I watched, well, when they were prime time, the first years that they were coming out. Okay, that pretty much is all the lines that I need to do. And then, of course, I'll come back and I'll thicken them up. Hey, Catfish, welcome to the stream. And I'll thicken them up. And I'm using these Cali Arts. Oh, Jazza did he part one where he bought every single type of alcohol marker there were and is like doing a comparison. He spent like $5,000 on alcohol markers. And has gotten the brands that I got too. The brands that I've been using so far have like made it through. He's like doing them in a bracket sort of a comparison. I mean, he just had so many to go through. He would just like pit them up against each other. Now, of course, the Copics has so far have beat everything out that they've gone up against. And I'm not exactly sure how he went about setting up his comparison, but I'm a huge fan of him, and he's like overwhelmed by it. It's really funny. He's pretty funny when he does his little streams and stuff. Not streams, but his videos. Huge fan. Oh, cool. You should check out, oh man, I'm going to have to remember what his actual channel name is. I gotta do better. He used to be Golden Threat. Now actually, if you go to Golden Threat's channel, you probably can follow the link to the new channel. But he's got like a 15-minute animation that is like part one of, what is it? The name of his story is just like this big old long ass acronym. I can't quite remember. always like using a really dark blue instead of black. But I think I will come over it with some black.
It's pretty easy and it would be so nice. If you subscribe, please ring that bell. I got a lot of content here, in case you couldn't tell. I've got a playlist of original songs, and one with covers you can sing along. And there's all kinds of videos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Check it out. I guess that's enough.
Hey Stacy, welcome to the stream. Let's see. This is starting to dry out too, but I think my black marker's dried enough to where it's not going to pick up too much of working pretty good. Drawing this makes me want to watch the show again. And they was actually like, they made like an adult version of it, or an old, there's like some modern version of it that I haven't seen. That's what I need. Oh, I know it. I know what I'll put up there. I'll put this yellow. This should be a lighter yellow. The dude rocks. Welcome to the stream, dude. Oh well. It's almost like he's wearing one of those Nehru shirts. There was just a few years where those were like in fashion, but I kind of blew it there. So you don't see it so much. I was like going, huh? The fashion on his shirt there was only fashion for maybe 2 years back in the day.
Tell me, is he everything you say he'd be? When you lose the fantasy, take another chance on me. Take another chance on me. Take another chance on me.
Alright, is this the next color I want to go with?
Take another chance.
Yeah, these Cali Arts, the colors on the cap don't really match the colors that you actually get. That's why I got so many marks on my paper here. And I've heard people talk about, oh, I like the way that the background's looking. Hey, Faith in the Fallen's here too. You guys should go listen to Faith in the Fallen's new, always putting out new stuff. The one today was particularly emotional. Oh, shit. I hit that thumb, and that thumb was what really made that hand look good.
Than it used to be.
Let me see if I can fix it.
When we were younger, running wild and free. And we would scream and run into the closet. A hiding place where the monsters never got us. We'd fight off the pirates until
now the flesh tones.
Mom and Dad would take us and tuck us into bed.
Hopefully the black is dried enough to where I won't pick up too much of the flesh, too much of the black. These are some pretty fine lines here. Trying to put so much in such a small space is not easy. Well, and then on top of trying to do it as fast as I try to do it. That's a whole nother aspect of what I try and do here.
Do you remember running barefoot through the grass? My heart was pounding when I asked you to the dance. The whole world was watching as we took the stage. But it all faded in the light of your loving gaze. Then came the summer and taking shots on the beach. I didn't say it, but I loved you more than anything. And as the sun set and the stars took their
And of course I will come back and put some
I found heaven
thicker lines on here, which will definitely help.
If I could, I'd take you back. We were so young and foolish at that. Time flies by and lies get told. I thought I knew life was at 16 years old. I thought I knew life was 16 years old.
And I did decide that I wasn't going to go too overboard with the colors on this, with shadows and stuff. Let's see, did I get the, let me figure out exactly, because I want to do some more drawings too. Yeah, I want to do at least a droopy, because I think I can do a droopy and just super fast. Is this the color I wanted to do on the stone? Oh, that's a little too dark. I think I decided I wanted to. My practice one is a little too dark too. This the one? That's dark. Ooh, all too dark. Maybe this was the one I was going to. Yeah, I think I decided what I would do. I would do this kind of a light purple in here, and then turn it to make it look more like. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to come back with some gray, because I should put some gray on his hat and on these shoes, and a little bit on Bandit too. And that's right, I was going to do a little mixture, kind of like the way the back of this. So I wanted to come across some of this up here with some of this color.
Time flies by, but there's more to go. I thought I knew what life was at 23 years old, but I'm still learning life at 23 years old.
And then come over all of it with this color, which I think will make some really cool. Oh, Half-Bee's here too. Right on. There we go. I like the way this color ended up looking on the one that I did yesterday. And then with the that little extra purple in there, it gives it like a little more depth going on it. As long as I can be careful and not overlap too much on this stuff. I should be able to fix a little bit of the overlaps with my black pen when I come back over it with the black pen. Yeah, there's a lot of this music that I've added on here that I don't really recognize and know exactly who it is. I mean, I do have the files here to where it'll only take a... I'm thinking this... Who is this? I'm thinking this is... oh yeah, I see. I think I see who it is. Hey, Ox. I think I'll go over with some light gray before I actually grab my black. The lightest gray I've got, I think, is what I would go with. Is this it? Yeah. I think this is my lightest gray. Oh, and that, check. And I put a little gray on his head, put a little gray on this. A little gray on these shoes. A little gray on Bandit. A little gray on this shoe. There we go. Now I'll get my black. And I think I'm just going to go with my thick micron. Threads tugging through the holes he drilled into your legs. Drawing ever closer. Closer to the edge. To the edge. The cracks are showing to the ones who really care. Never words are spoken, but they know the pain is there. Eventually I'll get some new of those Tombow brush pens, because those are a lot easier to use than the Micron brush pen. But when I start doing my next little drawing thing, I think I'm going to be going back and finishing off that sketchbook. But I will be using alcohol markers and brush pens and stuff when I finish it off. do know a brush pen would really add a lot of character to these lines, even more than just thickening them up like I'm doing. A lot of detail in this. And trying to cram it all into this little card too wasn't easy. Hey, Video James, New Zealand. I'm sure that's what that means. Does that NZ stand for New Zealand? Yeah, Jerry had requested this. Oh, and I think Jerry is right in the middle of the madness, too. I saw a picture from inside, it looked like a picture that he took inside of one of the looted, oh yeah. Just all the destruction inside of their store was just horrible. Just so horrific. And the world is burning. It just makes you crazy. I am going to have to bring my brush pen out here just a little bit. I think just a few light touches with it is what I need.
So what's on your mind? Don't got a lot at all to say. I don't keep talking anyway, 'cause I got a lot to do and getting through to you side of it. I thought it'd be, and every time I try to say something to you, I can't help but think that you want me to just stop and breathe for a second, just a second now. Why do I feel so inclined? I don't live inside your mind, but I'm trying to be there for you. Oh, I know I tried too hard. I'm not letting down my guard, but I'm trying to be there for you.
Boy, it took me a little longer than I was expecting, but I still want to do a droopy and a couple of things for sure. Because there's a couple of those. Oh, and maybe the Yoshi. I've never attempted to do a Yoshi, but one person came in and requested a Yoshi and a Minions, and I found a really good picture of a Yoshi and a Minions. Yeah, I'm going to do just a little bit. Be very careful with my brush pen here. But I think if I do a little bit on his shirt, it will I'm going cross-eyed a little bit. I gotta learn how to use one of these brushes, because these brushes just, give it so much character. But that's what main reason I was going to bring it out, was to try and throw a few little shadows on this. And a little bit of white, and I'll call it good. I just need a few little touches of white, not that it really needs it too much. Okay, a little touch there, a little touch down here. Maybe I should know. Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe I should go. A little bit there. Maybe a little bit here. A little bit on the gun. A little bit here, a little bit there. Not too much. What the hell did I know? I think I'm going to call that good. And just put a tiny little stick. Maybe I'll never know. There we go. Throw my little black background up here real quick. Just for a second so that I have a good thumbnail. And then I'm going to pull out. Let me see. Oh, look at that. Did it? I'm going to go ahead and do, what do we call that? We call it Fart Jams Overtime. There was my practice version. It's hard to tell which one's better. I think I tried to use, I was using the brush pen on there. I got to learn how to, I was using the other style of brush pen. Okay, let me see if I can, Earthworm Jim. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of Earthworm Jim real quick. Let's see if I can do one on the spot. There we go. How about this one right here? Maybe you didn't want me. Maybe I should know. Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe I should go home. What won't let me zoom in on it for some reason. There we go. Yeah. Let's see if I can do an Earthworm Jim. Just right off of the out of the blue. Okay, well, let's see. Let me get his body down here first. He's got, there we go. That's his body basically. He's got a big fist here. Big muscle. Here's his collar. Throw his collar in there. Here's a big muscle here. Draw this. I probably won't get all of his ray gun in there. That couldn't be the end of my playlist. No way. I've never drawn Earthworm Jim before. That does. I'll have to just, let me get my playlist back to the beginning. Hit that playlist. Oh, it's. Oh, it just asked me. That's not the end of my playlist.
I've been down to the bottom.
There we go.
Down to the bottom, but I want more.
Reference back out here already.
I've been down to the bottom. I've been down to the bottom. I've been down to the bottom, but I want more. I want more, 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 more. This bottle isn't tall enough. If I stop now, I'll call my bluff. But I'm not here for a good time. I'm here to lose myself tonight.
Oh, maybe this is where I should try and use my brush. I want to try and use my brush pen on this. Good time to try and practice.
I should have known that you let me down. Oh, I can't cope now that you're not around. Oh,
Use this for practice on how to use a brush pen.
Control, I need more, more. I need more, more. I don't need to be clean. I just need this darkness to let me be. Your love always leaves me dry. You'll no longer get me high. We only love each other, so we don't have to find another. Our lives a living cry for help, but people really only help themselves. So tie me off in the living room. Heaven lies on my silver spoon. Oh, I need more, more. I need more, more. I need to soothe my soul. I'm gonna spin out of control. I need more, more. I need more, more. I don't need to be clean. I just need this darkness. Let me be.
I think I'm going to change that. I think I'm just going to bring his arm down here and give him a big fist like that.
I need something real that doesn't hurt or choke.
Okay.
Something that I can feel with little to no dose. Control, I need more, more. I need more, more. I don't need to be clean.
You see a good blue for that?
Darkness to set me free.
Try this blue. and some yellow. A little yellow around here. Oh yeah. Some Fart Club overtime. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, he's got blue eyes too. Looks like he's got blue eyes. Need a little bit of lighter gray. Where's my super light gray? There we go. For his teeth. Oh, and he does. Let me put a little teeth line in here. And flesh tone. Let me go with this for the flesh tone. Awesome. That was kind of cool. That's like the first time that I've ever really tried to do something that someone just asked me right out of the blue. And then I can just choose, well, I could just call that good. Oh, I know what might look good in the background. Pink that I used on that last one. And actually I'll just do a little bit. Oh, and I should erase that before I get too far. And because then if I erase this right here, it'll look like that's what I meant to do all along. Oh, that was fun. Because I didn't even have to think about this guy too much. It just came out great. There we go. Earthworm Jam. Just out of the blue. But that only took me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Let's see if I can do that droopy. Because the droopy I'd kind of been thinking about. Kind of thought I could do that droopy pretty quick. That's the thing, I gotta... Oh, wait a minute, I can just exit out of here because I still got my other batch of stuff up. I think I can do this droopy, and this droopy should be like super easy. Because it just looks like with him, it's just basically like a figure 8 for his head. And that's basically his head is just an 8. And then he just has this, that's pretty much. Oh, yeah.
How's everybody doing today, tonight, right now? Riptide. Basking ready to take a ride. We'll do a whole country slide. All the rebel rednecks, Y'all can grab your booze, let's kick the room, and feel that good old country night. Ride it out like a storm, chasing them big blue waves, causing a riptide. Are you feeling this? Let's find out a little more about this. Slam those strings, grab a chord, dance the floor by the lyric that creates the spirit. Spread it like wildfire ashes, dust, ashes.
Oh,
Feel it when
dear.
this big hit comes crashing. Rock it out with mind and sound. Making
I use
your
that
head
same.
nod
I gotta
up
learn.
and
I gotta.
down.
That was good practice for me
So
using this
dive
brush
deep in
too.
the storm. Only you can take control. Hang on
Trying
tight,
to figure
waves
out
are high,
just
let's
what's
all
the
get
best way to
somewhere.
get good use out of it.
So how'd y'all like the country ride? Did you grab a string, feel the root all up inside? Heart pumping red brine to your outsides looking so fine. Shaking them hips, it's all through the country slide.
Really nice brush. A lot harder to control than anything that I've ever used
Feeling this.
before.
Let's find out a little more about this. Slam those strings, grab a chord, dance the floor, bite the lyric that creates the spirit. Spread it like wildfire ashes, the dust to ashes. Feeling it when this big hit comes crashing. Rock it out with mind and sound, making
I
your
can't
head
remember who
nod
asked
up
me
and
if I would draw that
down.
character. And I kind of
Feel
thought
the
in my head he
vibe,
was just a little
take
bit
it
too
head
easy.
first, crashing waves that became the biggest riptide. One of
Definitely
the greatest country
fun little
lyrics, dancing to the spirit. So y'all come along. Thank y'all.
No, you're fine. I'm testing something. I gotta see if it's gonna work.
And this doesn't need too much color at all. I think I got the color right here.
Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you on the next
Of course,
one.
I didn't let it dry, and that's a little bit too dark. And then just a little bit of flesh tone. Let's see, where's the one that I want to use? This one here. There we go. A little bit of extra for today. Oh dear. Oh dear. Mark does great impressions. He needs to do me a Snoopy impression. Whereas I'm going to call that good for today's stream. I ended up doing a whole bunch more than I normally do. And almost an hour. So 55 minutes, 5 more minutes would be an hour. And I don't think I can whip anything else out in another 5 minutes. But man, it was fun doing that. What all did I do today? So there we go. We got me Earthworm Jim and a Droopy and oh, that's the one I did live. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing acrylics. I'm going to start doing acrylics tomorrow I do have some time lapse of my drawing stuff going on, and I'll be doing acrylic painting at least 4 days a week. I still think I'm going to draw 2 days a week. Like I've said in the past, if you guys see any of this stuff that you want, just send me an email at, I think my address is right here, or you'll even see the address should have popped up during the stream a couple of times too. Send me an email, and if I can't mail you something, if I've already given it away, I can email you a digital copy of it, because I try and scan almost everything that I do into my computer, so that when I'm all done, I like making these little books, and usually I'll include these little books in my when I mail you something out, I include these little books in it. And this is from these are the time lapse. So I have a time lapse of this one that is already edited and everything. Is that all? That's the only one of these that I actually have a time lapse of so far. But I don't know. I don't know if I will make a time lapse of every single one of them. But I do have like a little template set up to where it's real easy for me to make time lapses of them. And then that way I make 2-minute time lapse. So basically I take my 30-45 minute stream, chop out the beginnings and the ends of them, and turn them into 2 minutes, with like maybe 20 seconds, 15-20 seconds at the end for end cards. And I'm going to start doing those again, maybe one live stream and one time lapse. So like 2 videos a day. I want to be careful not to do too many. Yes, that's right. That's right. I want to do more Betty Boop. I had a lot of good views during my classic cartoon streams. So I'm trying to think of some more themes once I start drawing again. But I'm going to be painting, so I've got 7, I know that I've got at least 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've got like 19 painting streams that I'm planning on doing. Oh yeah, I've made quite a few of them too. And basically all this is just me printing it on a piece of typing paper and folding it in half. I actually ended up buying like some higher quality typing paper. This one actually is on the regular, because you can see through it. You can't see through it, but I can see through it. But I pretty much do like try and do like thicker paper. Yes, I will do my best to try and draw you a tattoo of Betty Boop. That's one that I won't feel too bad about, because some things I'm just a little bit too nervous. Well, my daughter wanted her whole back. She wanted me to do a landscape basically, and I did not want to do a landscape. But I'm going to call that a stream. I'm getting right up at an hour.